Hello and welcome to Sport Tonight. I'm Cecilia Mogbe in Lagos.
To you wherever you are in the world watching us in London. I'm Austin Okorakpan. Cecilia, it's good to be back on the show. So much going down in our world of sports. We're counting down to the Olympics. I now know that people are feeling the fever. They cannot wait for the Olympics to begin. But what a story. So much going on in our world of sports. We're also in that silly season called transfer market where players are moving from one club to another. Even coaches are moving. Tells you it's a crazy, action-packed, engaging, money-spinning world of sports.
As usual, of course, this is what the show looks like tonight. Austin just mentioned transfer. Yes, we'll be talking about one of those players that are making the big move in England. Also, we'll dwell on, yes, Olympics is 8 days to go, and Team Nigeria preparations. You get to hear from those athletes in Germany how prepared they are for the Olympics, and also the athletes that have already arrived in Paris. Athletes from Australia, USA, Japan, Uruguay, they've arrived in Paris already, getting ready for the Olympic Games. You get to hear from these athletes, I mean, what they've seen so far. Remember, the Games Village will be housing about 20,000 athletes. That's numbers of athletes that will be there at the Games Village. So athletes that are arriving, hear from them on the show tonight. Also, yes, we'll talk about what has been going on with the House of Representatives and also the sports minister and Nigerian Olympians. These athletes are happy this time around because the 100 million naira from the House of Representatives that they said is going to be from their own pockets, of course, from their own salaries, will definitely be used for the welfare of these athletes, because we know preparation, this is not the time you prepare for Olympics already. Athletes are ready to actually get into the Games Village. So that money will be added to the money they will get if they win gold medals and, of course, silver or bronze medals. And already, you know, the prize money that Nigeria usually give to these athletes once they win medals for Nigeria. So we'll talk about the D Tigers, how prepared they are. Yes, they are also in Berlin. They will be facing Germany tomorrow for one of their pre-Olympic games. Also, the Falcons, tonight, before 11 p.m., they will be in Bordeaux, in France, where they will start their final preparations for the games. They played against Canada yesterday, just a test match. It ended 1-0. They also had a test match with the penalties and all. Of course, Nigeria won that one 5-4, which was a good one for the Falcons. There's so much to talk about on the show tonight, Austin. But Austin, before we talk about the British-Nigerian guy who is making the big waves in England, I'll introduce the guest in the studio right now, Babajide Oreva, a sports journalist, joining us on the show tonight. Babajide, it's good to have you.
Thank you, Cecilia. So the wait is finally over. 8 days, we have the Olympics. And I'm excited because I believe this time around we will likely smash the record we had in 1996. So it's a beautiful one. We have, I want to see the ladies this time around. I expect to be Amuson. I expect the Tigress that you've just mentioned. And of course, the Super Falcon. So it's a beautiful one that, yes, we are going to participate now at the Olympics.
Yeah, preparations is going so well. But before we delve into the Olympics, Austin, yes, we'll be talking to, yes, you know him, your boy. Should I say your boy? No, that's we'll be talking to Ovie tonight on the show.
Yeah. You won't be wrong, Cecilia, if you call him my boy, because I love it at the grassroots, and I love to see talent, you know, just get up the ranks and then start doing big things, because that's where the future lies, at the grassroots. We're going to meet Ovie Ejeheri. I met Ovie, you know, face to face for the first time last year in December. I was telling a story of how he joined the Arsenal Academy at just 8 years old. He really wanted to play for Nigeria. He had a chance with the under-20, but it didn't happen. He's been at Arsenal Academy, and now he has just made that big move to FC Midtjylland, the Danish champions. And that's a big challenge for him. So let's meet this proud Nigerian. That's what he told me the last time I met him. Let's meet him. To earning in Denmark, Ovie Ejeheri joins us on the program. Good evening, Ejeheri. Welcome to Sports Tonight.
Hi, Austin.
Good to have you on the show. When I did your story, I described you as cool, calm, and collected guy. And I still see you have those qualities going. Congratulations on your move to FC Midtjylland. But let's go back to how it started. You You signed for Arsenal at just 8. What was it like at the time?
I think when you're so young, you don't really understand how big of a thing it is to have like a team like Arsenal, a great big team, one of the best teams in the world, and of course one of the biggest teams in London as well in England. It was a great experience from that young age. Of course, you get like the fanfare, I guess, or you get that reputation from like the kids around school and all of that. And I guess it's good to have that popularity, but at the end of the day, I had to stay focused throughout my whole time at Arsenal. Because if I wasn't focused, I wouldn't have made it as far as I did. So yeah, I enjoyed it 100%.
I agree. And at just 8, Ovie, you would have been pocket size. How many times did you fall trying to kick the ball?
I'm not sure how many times I fell, but I definitely had a lot of lessons learning to learn when I was younger, and yeah, I guess that's just a part of the process. But you need people like your parents in your life to support you, because it's a very hard journey, and I'm glad and happy that my parents were able to support me.
All right, Ovie, let me ask you this. I mean, Austin talked about signing for Arsenal just at the age of 8 in the academy, but you signed your professional contract, in August 2021. What was it like for you signing that professional contract?
It was such a great achievement for me, my friends, my family. It was a very long time coming. Of course, like when you're younger, it's something you dream of, really. So I was kind of in a way prepared, but I wasn't really prepared, because when I got the phone call, I was getting a pro contract. I was speechless in a way. I couldn't even react too happily. I was just very speechless. Like, it was a dream come true, to be honest. And yeah, I really enjoyed that moment of getting that contract.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't, I don't know if you get a chance to actually play for the senior team, because I know you were with the under-21 team. Did you get a chance to play with the senior team in Arsenal?
Unfortunately, I wasn't. I was able to train with them a lot of the times, and I had one, it wasn't a bench appearance, but I was with the team against Watford in, I think, 2022. Okay. And that was a great experience to be in the changing room, to be able to see how it is on a match day. And yes, an experience I won't forget, for sure.
Yeah, okay. Your contract expired, this season, and of course, you finally found a home. Should I use that for you joining FC Midtjylland? What's this like for you?
I think it's a wonderful opportunity. To join the Danish champions is surreal in a way. It's a great move in my career. And it's definitely a great step in the right direction. And I love, as you can tell, I love Scandinavia. So yeah, I've been able to get used to the people already, and I've made some friends already. So it's a great move, for sure.
Awesome. So, but it's on record, actually. Our viewers can see that I played a penalty against Ovie and I scored. So don't even tell me that we were joking. I played a penalty during that meeting, and I scored.
It was obvious that he allowed you to score that goal. I saw it. So do not brag. Ask your question.
Cecilia, leave my moment of glory alone, please. Ovie, how much of a Nigerian are you?
I'm very much Nigerian. As much as a Nigerian, an English boy can be. Of course, I grew up in England, but I've been around Nigerian culture my whole life, through my dad, through my my dad's friends as well, the parties, the food. Yeah, I love Nigeria, to be honest.
What's your background? Where in Nigeria are you from? Talk about the food. We just want to know how much of, because you are proud of the name of you, and you always say proudly Nigeria. Let us know how much of Nigeria background you have.
Yeah, my dad's from Delta State. I haven't been in a while. I have pictures, but I just haven't been in a while. I hope to go again soon. Of course, I would say, if we're talking about food, my favorite food would be, jollof rice is too easy of an answer, so I'm gonna say okra. I love okra.
I see.
And also, I love the Nigerian gospel artists as well, like Nathaniel Bassey, Dunsin as well. I love worship music. So
Awesome. You had a chance to play for Nigeria. What happened with that opportunity?
So basically, with that chance, I was that was when I just started my loan in Finland. So it was a bit tough for me to move away from my loan team. So I had to make a tough decision to stay with my loan team and try and continue to move in club football.
Okay, before we let you go, let me quickly ask you this one. I mean, you talked about missing that opportunity. Do you desire another opportunity to play for the team right now? Because I mean, you've already signed your professional contract, joining Danish champions on a 5-year deal.
100%. I'd love the opportunity to represent the Super Eagles. Honestly, whenever that opportunity arrives, I'll be ready and I'll take it. But obviously, I have to keep working. And it's not an opportunity that's going to be given to me so easily. I'm going to have to work for it. So I'll keep working and hopefully that opportunity arises one day.
Okay, I think that's a good place to leave it, Ovie. Thanks so much for joining us on the program. You're just 21. There's still so much football you play. So best wishes with your footballing career.
Thank you very much, Austin.
Awesome. That's it. Former Arsenal goalkeeper, now FC Midtjylland goalkeeper, Ovie Ejeheri, speaking to us from Erning in Denmark. Let me go to Lagos, Babajide Oreva. Babajide, look, Cecilia said he's my boy, and I love it because for a young talent to be making this sort of progress places more emphasis why we must give attention to grassroots football development in Nigeria.
Okay, Austin, so I say this, Nigeria is blessed with talents, and I like the fact that now we are having much more excitement, let me call it that, in the goalkeeping department, because we have Ovie now, and you know that this has been a major problem in the Super Eagles. So now you need that competition. And I saw his stats, and wow, you want a young goalkeeper to also be challenging the Uzohos, be challenging the Nwabalis, even though Nwabali just started his own major career with the Super Eagles. So it's a beautiful one, and I hope he wants to keep for the Super Eagles. We hope someday Austin's boy will be a player of the Nigerian national team.
Ovie got a name right here. Yeah, I love that clean sheet you talked about. I mean, when he made 25 appearances, keeping 12 clean sheets when he was playing for the National League outside Chelmsford. I mean, that's really a remarkable one. 25 appearances and 12 clean sheets. That's a good one for a 21-year-old. All right. Okay. Time to talk about the Olympics. Of course, we are counting down to it. It's already 8 days. I mean, before you blink, you know that, yes, Paris, they are ready. Yes, 8 days. Okay, let's just see what it's like. Maybe you want to see the graphic display of what it is. I mean, this is 8 days to go for the Paris 2024 Games. And as I mentioned earlier, you have athletes already arriving at that Olympic village. Athletes from United States, athletes from Australia, athletes from South Africa. We have Nigerian athletes still in Germany preparing, making final preparations for the Olympics, and all of us are actually looking forward to that. I'll come to you here. I mean, we've not had it so good for a long time. But first, we're going to focus on the athletes. The first set of athletes to arrive, we mentioned it on the show on Tuesday that athletes will start arriving today. And of course, we've seen that, yes, athletes from some countries have started arriving. As I mentioned, Japan, Uruguay, United States, Australia, South Africa. I mean, we're expecting about 20,000 athletes and delegates throughout the Olympics and Paralympics to compete in France.
Yes, so Cecilia, since France beat Los Angeles to be hosting rights, they've been preparing. You want to, now the opening ceremony on Friday won't be happening in the stadium. They are having it around a river, and they expect over 300,000 fans line up around. So it's something spectacular. I also see preparing as regards security, more than 45,000 police officers from France will actually be manning. And for the opening ceremony, we have 30,000 of them. So you want to enjoy the festivities of global sports, and I think this is a big stage. This is I try to imagine the parade where, you know, now it's not in the stadium where the contingents will be flying the flags and all that. Now it's happening in the city of Paris, where the France will also showcase the beautiful cities, the Eiffel Tower, and so on. So I expect a beautiful summer games.
Yeah, they want to do something different. But one thing about these Olympic Village is the fact that they've got a massive dining hall. I mean, a laundry facilities. They've got a club there. They've got a lounge also in case you want to go there. And they have a salon. So for those who want to change the style of their hair, you know, maybe you, as a Nigerian, you want to have green, white, green, something like that on your hair. You have opportunity to do that before the game starts, because right there at the Games Village, you're having a salon there. There's so much, you know, to look forward to in Paris. But let's listen to the athletes who arrived at the Olympics, getting ready to compete.
Trained really hard. It was tough. It was, we've just kind of started our taper now. Our first kind of 7 days there were hard, big double days. We had an opportunity to do a scratch match against Ireland and Uruguay, so it's good to get a bit of a hit out, get some hits in the body to just familiarise ourselves. Yeah, we're feeling good.
Yeah, I think that opportunity to represent a country at the highest level, and obviously to meet all the different athletes and watch the sport at this level. I think I'm really looking forward to it, different types of sports. So yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm excited to get checked into the rooms, get all the clothes and everything, and just get a lay of the land. It's beautiful out today, and so we are here at about lunchtime, so we're going to want to stay awake till it's time to go to sleep. So definitely just going to keep ourselves occupied, you know, getting to see everything here at the village.
I mean, it's Paris. Fencing's big here, so it'll be, you know, definitely a lot of history here, and I love Paris, so I'm excited to see the city.
Everything is open now, so all the services are now available. It's a slow start because we will have only 1,500 residents tonight, so it's like 10% of the village, but it's only the first day. It's going to really much increase on the next days to be full house on the 26th of July with the opening ceremony.
Austin, the buzz is on in Paris right now.
Say that, I cannot wait. Let the games begin. And you talked about the Athletes Village. It's such a lovely place to go. In fact, when I was at the Rio 2016 Olympics, that's my rendezvous to get my stories. I don't bother to go to the stadium. I just wait there. If you're lucky, one top athletes will just pass. You know, you got to see them in their chill zone and everything, you know. So, yeah, I like the fact that they're putting emphasis on the Games Village and the athletes are already touching down. Paris cannot wait to give us, you know, an Olympic Games that we'll remember. You know, whenever the Olympics comes, it's a good opportunity for the world to see that we can be united. That's actually the major reason for the Olympics. The Olympic spirit just want to unite the world. When you see everybody come together to compete and then respect humanity, and then right after the Olympics, we're going to have the Paralympics where people will get to feel the power of sports. The Olympics will bring ministers of sports from all over the world. The Commonwealth nations will be there. Everybody trying to see how they can put sports into their agenda and use it for peace and development. So it's a beautiful world of sports. And I love the fact that each time the Olympic comes once in 4 years, it's an opportunity for everybody to just, you know, forget about it. Look at the concept of even the refugee athletes, you know, coming together to just compete for pride and glory and self-esteem and promote humanity, promote inclusion. So much values in our world of sports. I love it so much, you know. I cannot wait to touch down in Paris, and then we tell those beautiful stories, particularly coming from Team Nigeria, you know, and hopefully we will sing a beautiful song at the end of the Olympics.
All right, we need to go on a break. When we come back, of course, we'll be talking to Nigerian teams, those who are preparing for the Olympics in Germany. Stay with us. Welcome back. And for the first time in the history of Nigerian athletes going to the Olympics, they're getting support from the Federal House of Representatives. I mean, okay, we know the current Minister of Sports, yes, he was a senator. So you understand where this is coming from. Well, I mean, for him to have gone to the House, presented the unveiled kit to them, and then from there, the support was just coming. I mean, 100 million directly from them. And of course, you also have other members of House of Assembly also, donating $2,000, 3 million naira, from here and there, just trying to support these athletes. 90 athletes from Nigeria, 12 sports, Paralympians, 30, and of course, 4 events.
It's a good way to start, and I like what is happening before the tournament, before the games, because before you hear, oh, we are not preparing adequately, this is happening. But now I also hope the funds will be used judiciously.
Yeah.
As much as we want to praise who has given, the money should also get to the athletes so that, like I said earlier, and I'm saying it again, this time around, things are a little bit different. And I hope it will be the athletes will replicate this, will in turn give us medals. And I hope the athletes will give us the medals in Paris. So it's a good one from the minister, and from the sports minister, it's a good one. Like I've always said, even during the AFCON, I see how he has been trying to, so he understands, and just like you reminded us, he was a lawmaker, so he knows how to talk to his colleagues. Now there is money. 100 million is not a joke at all, and I hope the athletes will also pay back in medals.
Paying back in medals. Yeah, also, usually we talk about the fact that when you're preparing for the Olympics, it's not just that year. It's a 4-year thing. So you have to start from the beginning. As one Olympics is ending, you're starting preparations immediately. So when we start having money coming in almost when games are starting, you're like, what am I going to do with it? But I love what the sports minister said, talking about the fact that it's not just going to be preparations. But, I mean, you're going to use that money, add it to what the athletes already have. Is this something that we should imbibe, or maybe when you're doing this kind of thing, after having their own budget, I mean, those who want to support athletes can do that earlier, so you know what you're, talking about?
I think whether or not they do it early, Cecilia, it's just good that, the House of Representatives, they saw it important to first, receive the Honorable Minister of Sports and Team Nigeria athletes that were present, show their solidarity and then gave 100 million naira. But I'm a bit worried because it's about $63,000, And if you check the number of athletes we're going with, Cecilia, I know my athletes. They've already started calling me. They are not happy that we want to give them $5,000 for gold when last year it was $15,000. It was 15,000, 10,000, and 7. And now they're going to get just 5. They've been blasting my phone and saying I have to talk for them. But I understand the economic situation in the country. And that's why we keep saying if there's a need to cut the cost of governance and some of the excesses that exist in Nigeria and take care of our sportsmen and women who go out there, represent us, bring pride and glory to Nigeria, then we'll have to do it. So well done to the House of Representatives for out of their own pocket saying they will give 100 million. Let's listen to the Deputy Speaker of the House, Benjamin Kalu. He said good things about the minister and what the Ministry of Sports Development seems to be doing for Team Nigeria as they get ready for the Olympics.
We are confident in your abilities and are certain that the memories of this section will remain fresh in your minds, spurring you on to achieve record-breaking performances. Go to Paris with a clear mindset, with dedication and determination to surpass our previous record. We believe in you, and you know you will make us proud. As you embark on this significant journey, remember that you are ambassadors of Nigeria. Promote our national pride, promote our values, promote our ethos in all your endeavors at the Olympics. The House stands in solidarity with you, praying for your success and wishing you the very best. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I will not end that speech from Mr. Speaker without conveying to you the decision of the leadership and the membership of this House that we have decided to start the ball rolling, to kick it rolling with a sum of 100 million naira to support the team. 100 million naira. The House of Representatives will be supporting you with 100 million naira. And we are using this opportunity to call on other lovers of sport, because sport, unites us as a nation. It creates jobs. At a time when we are looking for employment for our children, I can assure you, if we can build our sports facilities, and increase support there, funding there, we will increase employment rate in the country. We urge private sector to also make Nigeria proud by making these ones comfortable when they go to get us the many trophies that we're expecting. We wish you congratulations in advance. We are counting on you. May the spirit of Nigeria accompany you, the spirit of unity, the spirit of progress.
So that's it. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu. I love the things they said about Babajide. I don't want to stay on this money conversation, because the Olympics is already here. We want our athletes to be focused, But he said something good. He said, well-meaning Nigerians, people who can support. This is the time for everybody to come around. I know it is late, but that's just how we do things. But people need to come out now and support Team Nigeria any way that they can. Okay,
so like the speaker said, they have just set the ball rolling, and we expect Nigerians to also do their bit in supporting them. However, I know our athletes are they've been preparing. I know, and let's even appreciate the fact that to an extent we are seeing support even before the games, because previously, by this time you hear, oh, there are no clothes, no this, no that. But now we are seeing something positive. We can only start from here. But like I said, this time around, I strongly feel we might surpass the what we achieved in Atlanta '96. So let's hope for the best for the Nigerian athletes going to France.
Hoping for the best. All right, let's hear from the sports minister, John Eno, talking about what they will use the money for. Austin, you mentioned that athletes have been complaining. Just maybe the $65,000 will be added to the $5,000 that will be given to those who win gold. Maybe the money will be up to $15,000. Who knows? Let's listen to him.
Let this not be a one-off. Let this be a beginning conversation between the Ministry of Sports and the sports sector and the People's House, the House of Representatives. And I believe that the presence today of our sportsmen and women who have continued to do this country proud. There's about no sector that gives this country the kind of international recognition and respect than the sports sector. All monies realized for this purpose are going to be monies that are going to be directed at the welfare of the athletes themselves. Because we have our budget that has already been approved by Mr. President, and as at yesterday, the President gave his final approval for the release of the various monies that is contained in our budget. But our budget can only do so much. One of the international federations announced a prize money of about $50,000. Our budget just about $5,000 for gold medalists, and about $3,000 for silver medalists, and $2,000 for bronze medalists. In our different local and foreign campaign, and especially at the Olympics itself, our budget has different categories of funding or monies or rewards for our athletes. Every money that is going to be realized by the effort of the House of Representatives is going to be directed at increasing and raising all those different provisions, because our sportsmen and women deserve much more than the ministry's budget has provision for.
They deserve more and so much more, and that is why anytime you talk about Nigeria, when it's come to good news, right, across the world, it's sports. Where is it coming from? Music, right, entertainment, but sports usually overall. Remember when Tobiloba Amuso actually broke that world record? It was like there was something else happening in Nigeria, like those people who don't even follow sports. I mean, We were trending for days, concerning that. And then when the missing out of competition test, came around, we saw how many people actually supported her. And even when she won it, and everything, we saw the support. I mean, sports just have this way of giving Nigeria so much more. And I love what the sports minister said, not just a one-off. This should be a continuum. I mean, develop facilities, have something that athletes can look forward to, creating jobs and everything, so sports can actually boost the economy. Yes, just like you said, when Amusan won, broke that record, world record, she was everywhere, the news was everywhere, and it also reflected when she had issues. Now she's, that is beyond her, and facilities, everything. Do you still think Tobi Amusan can't even do better than what she's doing? I hope now, this is the Olympics. This is when you need to make that statement. I strongly feel, if I were the one, she's taking the gold. I strongly feel that 100 meter, yes, that's a very competitive sport, but I know she can. And let's hope we can actually do well. This, with all the preparations, with what will happen in Paris itself, you want to enjoy, you want to pack. I mean pack, you want to pack medals back home. Talking about packing medals, you're seeing facilities where the athletes are training in Germany. And of course, Austin, most of the athletes have been talking about how great these facilities are. I mean, for the first time in a long while, we've been able to have athletes, actually leaving the shores of the country, camp in a place prior to the Olympics. Before, you just have the different athletes. Maybe you have the D Tigers. The D Tigers then, when they used to go, they will be in the US in the camp. Then maybe you have the track and field athletes somewhere in Europe, in Spain. Then you have the football team, maybe somewhere in South Africa. So we've seen some of this, but right now they were able to, have all the athletes camp in one place. The badminton players especially. Remember the last time they were denied, to compete, and they're having a prayer. I mean, these are the players who are really, ready to go at the Olympics.
I remember that story so well at the Commonwealth Games that they said maybe because of funding, badminton had to join. And it really hurt Frank Ovie and the badminton players. Well, it's good to see Anu Okpeyori doing his thing right there in Germany. Again, yes, it's not right time, but we're happy that we're seeing it because it's just 8 days to the Olympics, in the kingdom of the blind. They said the one-eyed man is king, so we will take this one. And Cecilia, just to tease you, you were very, very young when Nigeria beat Brazil at the Olympics in 1996. So you really don't understand how the country...
using style to tell me.
And the country didn't sleep. Because you said something about when Tobi Amusan broke the world record. Yeah, but that's recent. But when we beat Brazil in 96, it was semi-finals to qualify for finals. People didn't sleep because that match was played late in the night. It brought the country together. People were singing, dancing, rejoicing. And it was that spirit that actually made us beat Argentina in the final. So that's just a piece of history for a young, girl at the time that happened.
Okay, I'm going to give it back to you. Don't worry, very soon. Let's listen to these athletes, how excited they are. Imagine athletes actually thanking the government and the ministry for giving the opportunity to train in Germany.
It is very convenient and it is a facility that with a lot of resources, any resources you want, you can get it. And hopefully in the Olympics, I give the best performance ever that a Nigerian has never given. Yeah, so opportunity to train with the world number 13 in the world. Peace Sindhu, she's Olympic medalist also, bronze and silver respectively. Right? Yeah, so it's a really good opportunity for me to train with that.
Aside from the facilities, we have lots of other international players here, top quality players, and it has been a very, very good exposure for the player. And I assure you, we're going to get the best performance at the Olympic Games because of this preparation. Everything you need is here, all the gym facilities, everything you want is here. I just wish we could have something like this in Nigeria. I pray and I hope that we do have a training center like this in Nigeria.
We're here at the High Performance Center training preparing for the Olympics in Paris. I want to say this is an amazing facility. I'm so impressed and I'm excited, being able to partake in this, kind of event and then using this kind of facility is really amazing.
Here at the Germany camp, pretty decent facilities, nice track, nice recovery room, great weather. So just excited to be here and ready to run.
Most of the things that we require here in one place. Transportation and everything has been well coordinated. I've gone to a couple of venues to see the different athletes. I'm just coming from the rowing. And I see that they give a lot of privilege to the team there to use their facilities as much as possible. So that is quite encouraging. So I thank the German government for giving us the opportunity to use their facility. And the Ministry of Sports also for finding this as a very important element of the process towards Paris Olympics, preparing our athletes and keeping them in shape, because this place is away from distraction. They have good nutrition and everything's going on well so far.
Away from distraction. Babajide, I know there's something that came to mind when I was listening to these athletes, Ese Brume, Ejeheri, and of course, Chidi. Enejo said something, Enejo Abba, that's a badminton coach. He said he wished we can have a training facility like this in Nigeria, and this is possible.
Yes, as much as you want to thank the government for taking them to this, I feel touched listening to this. I feel concerned. Nigeria is too big for us not to have even better facilities, and you just want to wonder, why are we doing this? These guys are the ambassadors. You travel out, you see athletes everywhere for those countries, and you see these guys will actually, they do us proud. Then they have to go that far, you have to overspend just to, imagine you have some of these facilities here and they train there day in, day out. I feel touched, I feel concerned for Nigeria as a nation, and I just hope someday we're going to get it right, because we have the talents here, but when you don't have the facilities, then what do you expect from the athletes? But I thank them for what they've done so far, because, and like I've been saying, it's a good way, that good start ahead of the Olympics. So I hope eventually we'll do well.
Yeah, I hope we will do well. I mean, Austin, I know you listened to Enejo Abba when he was talking about facilities. That's what you always champion. But I listened to Omachaye Neseyama, that's the camp commandant right there in Germany, talking about every facility, everything they have to use, everything is actually together. Even nutritional aspect of it, they've also taken that into consideration. Now, if we have to build a facility like this, it simply means everything from the track, from the gym, everything will have to be in one place.
Right, Cecilia, you were on point that this has always been what I say. I charge our leaders and everyone involved in sports that, look, the first step is infrastructure development, because that's like the weapon that the athletes take to war. When you have everything that will keep you fit, that will make you good to train, to condition, if it's to spar with your fellow sparring partners, everything in one place, a one-stop shop. You have your physio there, you have your nutritionist, you have everything. And look at the camp where they are in Germany, because you can tell that it's a place where the best of athletes come to. Ovie Ejeheri has met the world number 13, who is also an Olympic medalist. That's already good motivation. And Enejo Abba played. And during his time that he was playing badminton, it was a struggle, until when Frank Obi and his team came and they tried to, turn it around, brought the league, and then did some little things here and there. But it wasn't just enough without good infrastructure. You go to some stadium, like, we shout, the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Akwa Ibom is good. I say, how is it all round? Don't tell me playing pitch is good and you say you have stadium. What does the indoor facilities look like? Can we host proper games there?
The media center.
No, you're going fast, Cecilia. The tartan tracks. Can you hold proper athletics in there and everything? How well is it maintained? I keep saying it before I left Nigeria. and done more than 12 stories on different stadiums in Nigeria and how they have been left to rot. So we must learn from these things, you know, and it's for the better, because it's coming to a time where everything is, just look at this facility, you know. You come there and then you feel good, you know, and then you get ready for the Olympics.
All right, getting ready for the Olympics. The Tigers also are getting ready. They are ranked 12th in the world. But you know the teams that they're facing, Australia, Canada, and of course, host nation France. Their first game is going to be against Australia. But right now in Berlin, they are preparing to face Germany for pre-Olympic game. This is something we're really looking forward to. I love the fact that they had a lineup of friendlies for themselves prior to the Olympics.
Yes, okay, so it's a good one to play Germany ahead of, that will be a good test. They've not won any game at the Olympics, so I hope now when they meet Australia in their first game, they should be able to, this time around, I think the group is lighter on some of, so yes.
It's not lighter. We met Australia twice. We have beaten us twice.
Yes, I agree. But the Tigers of now, I've seen them play, and I hope they can at least give us one win. If not, if possible, they can also still go all the way. Anything is possible.
They could go all the way. I mean, just imagine they've gone to the World Cup the last time, build up to what they did the last time, and also at the Olympics. But that didn't happen. Truncated midway. But now they are regrouping. Hopefully, they did something really good. I'll quickly talk about the Falcons. Of course, Falcons played Canada yesterday, Austin, and of course, it was a test match. But Falcons lost 1-0. And the penalty. I mean, when you have someone is actually saying that, I mean, why would they even have to play the penalty against Canada when you know Chiamaka Nnadozie can catch anything? But hey, you really have to, put that into practice in case you have to face that, when the games begin, because you have Spain in the group. Brazil also there. I mean, that too is enough.
When the draws were made for basketball and football, like, who did our ladies spend? Basketball, Australia, Canada, France. Football, Brazil, Spain.
We are #1 in Africa, so that's what it means. When you're a champion, you face champions.
There you go. And with the Olympics, is a different spirit entirely now. So you never just say never, but all day, every day, I respect the Super Falcons, particularly what they did at the World Cup. Now, teams know that they cannot just underrate them. You do that at your peril. With the D Tigress, I can't say enough about those ladies, their tenacity, their drive, their push, whenever they wear Nigeria colors, to just go out there and give their best. So hopefully they will turn up. I like the pre-test game they had with Canada. Coach Randy Waldron said he loves the vibes he's seeing in camp, that he loves the way the girls are, getting along, knowing themselves. And each time you watch the Super Falcons team when they're getting ready for a tournament, the bonding, the camaraderie, the team spirit, it's contagious. They love themselves. So that might just work for something for them. I like the fact that they're starting against Brazil in Bordeaux. So that game, if they can't just win it, it will put them in the right state and the right mindset that they will need to move on in the competition. I think that's where the curtain falls on this edition of Tonight on Channels Television in London. I'm Austin Okonapan. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.
Babajide, it was nice doing this with you on the program.
Nice to have you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. If we have time, we'll leave you with pictures coming from the Olympic team. That's the refugee team, the Olympic refugee team that is actually representing about 100 million refugees across the world. About 37 of them will be in Paris competing in 12 sports. Have a good night's rest.